I will be your host for this evening of our Pace. I would like to start off with Roderick. He's going to go over our products, which is Neutralite.
Woo, woo!
Almost done.
Almost
Thanks
done.
so much, Julia. Awesome. Yeah, man. So we're gonna dive straight into it. Roderick here, happy to be here another Pace for sure this week. Like she was talking about, we're here at Pace for sure. Product and system education. So I'm going to be taking care of the product side of things. And the brand that we're going to be covering this week is Neutralite. So as we merge a little over, I just want to show you a. Yeah, you can start the presentation. I'm sorry.
All right,
Go
it's
ahead
all
and do
right.
the slides. We're going to share our screen. One second.
Into the infinity, yeah? Into the infinity.
Oh, yeah. All right. Can you
Hold
guys
on.
see it?
Hold on 1 second. Okay. Can you guys see it?
Yeah, we can see it.
Yes.
Awesome.
see it.
Yeah, man. With the awesome help of upline Rodney, he's able to put together a splendid presentation.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So, all right. So pretty much like I was talking about Neutralite, that we're the world's #1, selling dietary supplement. So I'll definitely move to next slide.
Okay.
Sweet. And clearly you see it right here. The world's #1. We're also what I like so much about what makes Neutralite #1 too is it being all organic. It's such a great vitamin that every single product, it goes straight from the farm. You could actually track a product. Let's say, for example, we have a container of one. You can't see me, but I'm just showing for people in this area here. But based on this here, there's actually a reference number, a tracking number on this container. It's right here with the barcode, where I can track exactly where this pill was, the group or the what do you call it, the square footage, in the farm of where the fruits or vegetables were planted, and grown. So it's very powerful. So of course, Neutralite have been around for a long time as well. Actually, Neutralite has been out longer than Amway has been out, in existence. So yeah, they're a really great company. So
And you could go ahead. Actually,
okay.
you just click
Awesome.
there. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So looking here, of course, we have the way Neutralite is, the science behind it is based on color. It's pretty much color coded. So every color gives a different functionality to the parts, right? So if you see here, we have red, purple, green, like white or gray. In a sense, I usually call it white, and orange. And each of those have a different function for the different parts of the body. And I'll get in even more into depth. As you see here, the white is more for the bones, right? Green is for the DNA. The purple is for the brain. The red is for the heart, and of course, the orange for the eyes. Growing up, I always found out that my parents always says, "Hey, get carrots. Carrots are good for your eyes." And not come to find out carrots are orange, and it came up right. So it all just made a whole lot of sense. When I grew up, I was like, "Wow, I never thought of it that way." So if carrots are good for your eyes, and growing up, I actually saw the different effects. Imagine the other different fruits, and it encouraged me to want to experiment in different areas and see how Neutralite improved my body. So quality and quantity, right? So Neutralite, of course, clearly, like you said, they're #1, so it's definitely quality. Now, as far as quantity goes, we're talking about they cover every different part of your body. So that alone tells you how credible this vitamin is. So with quantity, it goes from the eyes to the nerve systems to the your brain, right? Every single thing, your joints, it's meant the liver, it covers every different aspect of your body. So based on all of those things I listed, I'm pretty much going to break it down into 3 different categories that we'll explain for the products today, for Neutralite today. And those 3 are the foundational, targeted, and convenience. So foundational will be more like your XX. So looking here, if you see the red square, for foundational, it'll be your multivitamins, right? The omega, the all plant protein powder, and concentrated fruits and vegetables. So those are pretty much, and of course, you probably have them on your site. So I know Neutralite, majority of the team, that's the #1 product we all use, because it's such an amazing product. So if you guys look at them, these are the categories on how on how they're categorized within the the whole brand, the system. Secondly, the targeted vitamins. So we have men and women and kids. Many different areas within there. The heart, the bone, the vision, the brain, the cellular, etc. All the energy, digestive, immunity. All of those things are, let's say, pointing to particular parts of our body. Let's say, hey, if you're a healthy person, but you just need more improvement on your eyes alone. Say, hey, I just have this problem here. You just go straight towards your vision health. Or if, let's say, for example, you have like short-term, like you need to improve your short-term memory. We have the brain help for that. We call it the memory builder. There's many different things. Digestive, you have issues on digesting, or if you want things to, if you going on a diet or just trying to find ways to lose weight, you have digestive concentrate pills for that as well. And let's move over to the convenience. Last but not least, of course, like I said, there are many different ones, and one of the ones I'd like to highlight is the twist tubes. Right, it's really good for you. And pertaining to IBOs, is a product that is easy when it comes to sales, like easy to sell when it comes to sales, because it sells itself. How does that happen? Through a power of the demos. I'm not sure if everyone ever watched the twist tube demo before. If you haven't, definitely. I wish I could do it right now, but that's all right. Definitely for next time for sure. But the twist tube demo is a very powerful tool to be able to sell the twist tubes, immunity twist tubes, and even the other ones too. Because once they see the potency and the power of the immunity twist tube, then you could now talk about the joint health, and the other ones as well, concentrated fruits and vegetables. And say, hey, to see the power of that, I can tell you how it gives credibility to the other types of tubes as well, the brands. And we actually call it, instead of calling it twist tubes, the proper way to say it is vitamin beverage infusers.
I love steam.
You want to be really proper for that. Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much with the 3 categories. And then I just want to go a little deeper into each category. Let's say the personalize the details of a single product in each group.
Okay.
So foundational, let's just talk a little bit about foundational. We have, of course, the multivitamins such as the XX, the omega-3, right, and all plant protein powders and concentrated fruits and vegetables. This categorized again. This is all what we just went over. This just enlarged. Okay. This is how the targeted when it comes to the brain, the heart, the cellular, the energy, digestive, immunity, and then the convenience, which is what we were talking about, the vitamin beverage infusers, and also the packs. Let's say the men's pack and the women's pack. All right. So for the first category. I wanted to zoom more in for the general is the XX. Now, XX is, if you're not on XX, get on XX. You actually feel the difference. When, for example, before you was even introduced to this business, you used to take, different kind of vitamins, like one a day or Centrum or whatever it may be. Say, hey, I'm taking vitamins today. When parents say, take your vitamins, hey, I'm taking my vitamins. You're mentally like, hey, I'm taking a vitamin every day, so I know I'm good. But when you take XX, you don't just know you're good, you feel good.
Yes, sir.
It's a feeling that comes along with this thing. So you know for sure that you're good this time. It isn't just an idea of being good. You know that it's doing something to your body because you feel the difference. And with the Neutralite XX, it gives you energy, all of that energy. If you see here, it pretty much has 22 vitamins and minerals. I usually, when I selling to a customer, I say, hey, it has vitamins A through Z. It has all the vitamins in there. Of course, it's also 22 vitamins and minerals, right? It's what, 26 letters in the alphabet?
Yeah.
But it's just something I say, life joke that I use. So I definitely steal that. But our ultimate, if you read here, it says our ultimate multivitamin, whether you focus on sports nutrition, weight management, or general health and wellness, that's all the areas it covers, right? So power packed with vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients to help support a healthy heart, brain, eyes, skin, bones, immune system. It covers everything together. That's why we call it the general, right? That's why I come under that group. So Nutrilite is amazing. And as you see here, the retail price for it is $73, and the IBO cost is $54.75. That's another major thing I want to dive more into detail on with Nutrilite. The profit margin is very large, right? So that's like a $20 profit margin right there. Within that area.
Yourself.
Selling one, you get $20 quick like that, right? Boom, easy.
Yes.
Yeah. And can you imagine being able to pretty much put in work for one, right? Because this is pretty much a month supply of XX. Can you imagine being able to sell one of these to a customer and having it on Ditto, knowing that you're gonna have that repeatedly coming to you on a monthly basis consistently?
Yes, sir.
That is powerful. That alone is powerful. And that technically I like to call that residual income too, because it's on Ditto, it's gonna come like on a monthly basis consistently, right? So you're pretty much setting that up too, technically, as an asset to your business, because it's gonna be coming in every month. So that's $20 coming in every month. Can you imagine selling that to 15 to 20 people and having all of them set on Ditto?
Yeah.
You set.
Yes, sir.
You set. You see what I'm saying? PV done.
Yeah.
You go 150 is single. A single doing 300 PV easy. That's like that. Boom.
Yes.
So just a matter of knowing your products and being able to have that thought process behind it. You want to be able to set up a system so your business can work for you. Put in that hard work up front so you can eventually be in that position to do that. I'm in the process of doing that right now. I thought it through. I was like, hey, I have to come up with this game plan so I can have that kind of cash flow just flowing through my business. Not only just supporting my business itself, but also putting money in my pocket at the same time. So that's powerful, So definitely, that's a great idea to follow through with. All right, and you see clearly it's 18.25 PV. That's some good PV for one product, right?
Yes, sir.
That's some good PV right there. All right, so let's move on to the other one, which is more the concentrated vitamins, right? And for the concentrated, I want to cover the memory builder, right? Which of course deals with the brain. So with this supplement, quick read, it's a short-term and long-term memory benefits to help you stay sharp. All right, so the short-term memory performance is from ginkgo biloba. It's pretty much a ingredient in there that pretty much improves your short-term memory. And also there's also something called synstase extract, which has been shown to help improve your memory, focus, and recall. After let's say you use it about 6 weeks, making it a habit to use it for like 6 weeks consistently. That's pretty much what it improves. So it's a very, very amazing product that allows you to pretty much improve your body, improve your brain. So every single product that's under Nutrilite is benefits in some form. And internally, so Nutrilite deals with it internally, Artistry deals with external, right? So you want to make sure that you're healthy, the top number one fit person, not just in appearance, but you feel it as well. So that's why Nutrilite is so amazing. You want to make sure focus a whole lot on your personal health and of course how long you live as well. That's another thing. You want to make sure that you live a long, prosperous, healthy life. And as you see here for the memory builder, the retail price is $61, and then the IBO cost is $45. Again, a large profit margin in between there, right? Very large. And then a PV is 15.25. That's awesome. Love yourself. That's right. Love yourself. All right, last but not least, the twist tubes. Example, like what I was talking about earlier, with the being able to see the power of twist tube through the demo, which I really wish I could show you guys today. But it's all right. The twist tubes are is vitamin C, right? 100 milligrams of vitamin C. It's actually 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C. Oh my bad. And of course, you see here where it's convenient and portable, right? So it's pretty much on the go. Whenever you're dehydrated, you have a bottle of water there, you squeeze a twist tube within your bottle of water, you have vitamin C, and you're set for the day. And it protects your body, it keeps it away from sickness, because our body goes through a whole lot of things on a regular, like a lot of pollutions that happens to our body, where it may be from secondhand smoke, from stress, like a bacteria that flows in the air, it could be a cold. All those things twist tube protects our body from. So when I'm on twist tubes, the last thing on my mind is worrying about catching a cold, right? So you rarely get sick because you have that covering, on your body. And clearly here again, right, talk about like retail margin. Sometimes the retail margin is $23 here, but personally, when I make my own sales, I bump that price up because I know the value. I know how awesome it is. Right. Yes, and it's very convenient for you, right? So this is the convenience group. What I've explained about. You could always carry it around. It tastes amazing. This is what confuses me. How could every time you hear something that does something good to your body, it's usually something like that's bitter, some kind of green or some type of bush something.
Yeah, like aloes and
it's bitter. It's good for you, it cleans you out. Right. It's good for you, it cleans you out, but it tastes bad.
Yes,
right.
Exactly.
But this product here, I was like, this is good for you, it cleans you out, and it tastes good. What? I couldn't understand that. But when I realized the fruit, the strawberry and kiwi, of course, fruits are good for you, right? And realizing what it does and seeing the science behind it after reading up with the vitamin C, of course, clearly, it is really good. That's what makes Nutrilite so amazing. The products aren't just good for your body. They taste good. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
Right. And of course, you see the PV for it is 6.90 PV for that. Another thing, great PV as well. All right, so looking at that now, for example, let's say, hey, you want to know, say, hey, Roger, I'm living a good life. I don't know what I may need or may not need. How can I find out what I would need, if I want to get a Nutrilite? There's something called a Nutrilite Recommender. So if you actually type Nutrilite Recommender online, you'll be able to see the link there. And you could just fill out, it asks you for some information about your body, about yourself, and answer a few questions. And then once you click that recommend button, it'll pretty much tell you exactly the vitamins or supplement you will need, or you can use to even improve more, within your body. So that's pretty much it for Nutrilite here. And you want to definitely keep calm and take your Nutrilite.
Yay!
Right,
Yes, sir. Woo! Oh, my stuff.
All right, back to the host.
Yes, fine. Okay, hold on.
That was a great presentation. Give Roger another round of applause. I did not know anything about that recommender button, so that is very helpful. Is that on? Will the customers be able to see that?
It's the Nutrilite website.
Oh, okay.
So,
So
just type in Nutrilite Recommender, and it'll go straight to the Nutrilite website and show you that.
Okay,
Nice.
I will definitely use that, only for myself, but for my customers as well.
Julia Rose,
Yes.
I don't know if you were going to or not, but could you ask anyone if they had any customer sales experiences?
Awesome.
Yeah, I was going to get to that.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Has anyone had any sales experience with Nutrilite?
Gotcha. I know I had Friday, so I can talk real quick about it. So yeah, we have had a great event for Markel Hayes and his family. This Friday I think it's Friday. So we went out very far out to Tallahassee a little bit to go meet his family, friends, and what have you, and do a little very super mini, product display and what have you. And pretty much just as Roderick was talking about, these products, especially the ones that are the targeted product line, the top targeted items. When as soon as mom and dad them hear that, it's like, write that down. Write that down. So talking about memory builder type of thing, and especially letting people understand everything on the market, especially with the memory builder. Most memory builders on the market today has Gainful in it. Right, so that everybody like, well, what's different to yours? That's what the substantial thing. Mind blown. Boom, get that customer, run with it. Right, and of course the double X, right? And then you're able to, when you're with that customer, to do some consultation because they were talking about, so why should I, if the twist tubes are so awesome, should I still take double X? Do I still need to take double X, right? Or what's the difference between the twist tubes, the vitamin C, the immunity health twist tubes, and the extended release vitamin C tablets? And being able to understand why our products are one, much better, and also two, which product they should take, right? You know, so when we were able to distinguish that, grandma was also in the room. She's like, write that down. I'm taking that too. And also vision health. So we had quite a few products that they bought that they're going to be buying within the next week or so from Markel's business. So it's beautiful when, I mean, the business is amazing, but it's even more fun when the products rock. And you can see it in the eyes of the customers, them boy. Then just light up. Like, what? You have something for that? Right? You know, especially hair, skin, and nails and stuff like that, which Roger talked about. And digestive probiotics. Our probiotics is amazing. So when I shared with the family that our probiotics help, you can actually take it in your bag. Most people eat Greek yogurt. Why? Because of the probiotics. Right? But Greek yogurt has to stay cold for it to, you know, not kill you or what have you, right? Right? Or you to not get food poisoning. But what's powerful about, I want to show you what it looks like. The two products we were just talking about. So I was just talking about this guy, the memory builder, right here, right? This guy is lifesaver. Anybody who's going through school should be on this, you know. And then this is the product that really knocked their socks off, which is our digestive probiotics. Because what's powerful, sorry? You need to switch it?
No, it's upside down.
It's upside down still?
No, that's not.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, camera. Okay. Mirror imaging thing, right? Oh, you can see it clearly? Oh, that's good. I guess we're back to us kind of a little bit wrong-sided. No, so what I shared with them, it comes in single travel packs that can actually stay outside of the refrigerator. It can be stored at room temperature. So that means you can easily put this in your handbag as a lady or your pocket for a guy, I don't know. I'm not sure. Put it in a bag and travel with it. You know, you travel with it and you don't have to worry about refrigerating it. And it has, of course, it has live bacteria in there, which is very good for your gut. So you don't want to mix it with anything hot. Definitely let your clients know that because the heat will kill the poor guys, right? So not hot tea, no hot cereal. So anything cold, any cold beverages, definitely let it. So once they heard this, guys, they were like, write that down. Write that down. So they kind of kept going on and on. And I talked about the all plant protein, Sanjeev, Sahai or Diamond, talked about the power of this. And I started to use this when I make rice, our plant protein. When you can't taste it, which is powerful. To me, because most people don't like to put stuff in their food because they don't want any extra different tastes in their food. But this guy, when you put a scoop in your rice, when you're boiling your rice, of course this can take heat, it's just protein. And it doesn't make you bulk up, you know, when you're trying to get big muscle like them, you know, like Aaron and football team fellas, you know. You're not gonna bulk up, but it's a plant protein. So it's very lean, and it's for people like me who just try to not eat the whole cow when we eat food. Right? So it fills you up. So because when I eat rice, it goes right through me. Within 2 hours, I'm starving like I didn't eat anything. So what I found is that when I told the customer that I add this, 1 scoop of this into my rice and I eat it, and it's able to keep you filled. He was like, really? And I'm like, because they laugh. It happens to them too. So that's good. You know, so definitely just living your life and telling your customers about how the products benefit you really helps and really goes a very long way. So definitely, kudos to all those out there making it happen. Thank
Awesome.
you.
I have one as well.
Okay.
One more person. We got Aaron coming up.
Yeah, you want to go?
Okay, go ahead, Aaron.
Oh, man.
Okay, come quick. Okay. Yes.
My name's Aaron Thompson. I want to share one of the customer vibes that I actually recently just developed not too long ago. The customer that I sold the Double X to was my manager on the AutoZone on Northmore Road. I sold it to him. The way it started out, it didn't even start off with Double X. That's how amazing all the products are in Nutrilite. It actually started off with the vitamin C. That's been released. He was going through a serious cold, and he was like, "Yeah, I need something to keep this." He was taking Central. I was like, "Yeah, go on this."
No, go ahead.
When he told me that he was taking Central, I was like, "Yeah, we got this. We got this in the bag." But one thing I did do, I gave him the vitamin C because Kenneth actually gave my wife some vitamin C when she was actually going through a little cold and this and that. And he was like, take 6 tablets. He was like, take 6 tablets and you'll be all right. And I was like, what? 6 tablets? And they actually got the little tang to it, you know? The tang.
Yeah.
So they're quite delicious. If there was gummy bears, I'd eat them up like this. Right? But anyways, I gave him the vitamin C and I told him, hey, take 6 of them. You don't have to worry about nothing else tomorrow. You know, he had a long day, a long week for his schedule because somebody quit and he had to work 7 days. 7 days back by sick, that's crazy. But anyways, gave him the vitamin C and he was like, man, you got some more of those? I was like, yeah. He was like, man, is that part of your business that you was trying to tell me? Like, yes, sir. And he was like, all right, then, hey, I want to put in an order for that.
Awesome.
And he was like, well, first of all, before you put in the order, tell me about some other products.
Wow.
So
Awesome,
what I ended up doing,
Finesse.
so what I ended up doing, I told him, hey, I tell you what, because he helped me with my front brakes at one point. He had the tools and stuff, and I kind of broke down the side of the road. I was like, hey, he came to help me. He had his tools. So I told him what, hey, since you helped me with my brakes, I'm gonna get you a sample pack of the XX. You know, the 10-day supplement. I love those 10-day supplements. Because it's not a month. It's like right there. It's like it got real good and then that's all, you know? And then you start coughing up your lungs again after the 10th day, you know? But anyways, I gave him the 10-day sample. He said that thing was so good. When he started getting to like the 6th day, he was only taking 1 pack a day. He was like, I was trying to save these things. He was like, I had to make a 10-day stretch, you know? But on his last day, he told me, he was like, man, I'll tell you what, next time you put in the order, you know, let me know. He asked me the price. I told him the price. I was like, since this is going to be your first time purchasing me, I gave him the XX at $70. Because, you know, they're usually 73. So I thought I'd give him a little discount. Right? So I gave him a little discount. You don't have to worry about shipping handling. He said, I want a XX. He said he definitely wants the vitamin C.
Awesome.
So, yes, that's going to happen this week, matter of fact.
Wow.
So that's when I put my order.
Good stuff. Yes. I know Rodney wanted to go.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Robin.
All right, I'll make it quick for the sake of time. So I was actually talking to my mom today. She called me on the phone with family. They had big Father's Day dinner. Didn't save me any food.
Right.
But anyway, she was by her sister and all of my uncles and stuff were around. And she started talking about how she needs to put in her XX order. So one of my aunts overheard her talking about the XX. So she came over and she was like, you got anything for joints? I was like, yeah, I do, right? Of course I do. So she was like, well, the next time you send over your mom's vitamins, put something in there for the joints for me. So I'm going to put her on the joint twist tubes, and I'm also going to look into the joint bones as well, because she said, hey, Aunt ain't young no more like she used to be, so she needs something for the knees.
Oh, yeah.
Also, my mom mentioned that we actually had one of her church sisters who was going through some cancer challenges that she's overcoming. She has been taking the women's pack consistently, and she had some hair loss prior to taking the women's pack. And you know, we have the hair, skin, and nails in the women's pack. So she's actually going to be a repeat customer for the 3rd time because of the results that she got from the women's pack. And it's also helping her get her energy back, and not just the hair, regaining the hair, but also she said she wakes up with more energy, she feels more alive, and she's able to, you know, overcome, you know, her cancer challenges with no issues now that she's taking some vitamins. So the products work, they rock, they help you when you're down and when you're up, but definitely take them up because prevention is better than the cure. So I'll take
Hey. Yes, sir. Woo-hoo. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Those were great experiences, everybody. Next up is my upline, going over the streaming, Aaron Thompson.
Awesome. Yes. Or kill him alive, whichever you want to do. Kill him alive.
All right, hello once again, family. All right, let me roll up these sleeves. You know what time it is.
All right.
All right. About to get that work, right?
Sir.
Well, today, like Miss Julia Rose said, I'm doing the streaming today. One thing that I want you to understand that's important about the streaming keeps you educated. This is we usually use the app. We use the app Xstream, and it's connected with BMP and all that good stuff. But one thing I love about the streaming process is that even when your mentor's not around, you constantly get mentored. It's multiple events that's going on across the country, and you have access to all of them by your phone. This is amazing, right? I remember when they used to be CDs, man. Oh my God, expensive, and we had to get it done.
Yes.
Either way, I still got some of them CDs.
Hey.
I think I still got some of your CDs too.
Yeah.
Got a lot of them at home, but
I still have your CD.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Well,
Everybody has to
I
have
got somebody's CD, right? But one thing that you definitely have to understand that education is always going to be key. Period. Your mentors are great. All your mentors, your local mentors are great, but the thing is, get that education. If you have any type of problems, contacting, any type of problems, doing PV and all that good stuff, go into your education system. Get into that study mode, and let's get it done. This is the Xstream is also where we have audio stream, just like we talked about, video streaming and all that other good stuff. If you're a visual learner, you got that too. So I have the pleasure to actually talk about the streaming by Charlie and Ann Dorso.
Oh yeah.
I know, right? When I say those names, the room light up.
Yes.
And it's the tag is BWW2227, and it's called "It's Not You." What's cool about that stream is that he did that in the spring leadership. It got released June 10th of this month, of course. But he did that talk. That talk that took place was at spring leadership in Virginia, and we was happy to be there. I know everybody was there. I know that, right? But that stream that talk was so powerful. If you wasn't there, you needed to get there,
Right.
But one thing that he was talking about is pretty much in the title. It's not you. No matter how good you can do things or take somebody through the process, this and that, you cannot stop a loser from losing.
Oh, sure.
Period. Put it on your chest. That's the truth.
Yeah.
He was telling you, hey, he was talking about different circumstances that he went through where, and he's a freaking diamond, and people was just not showing up to meetings, and they was like, do you know who I am? And that's what he was saying. Do you know who I am?
Yeah.
How does it?
You are?
Yeah, do you know who you are? He even said about you, they say everybody has equal ability to actually be successful in this business.
Yes.
It's in the business platform, the business marketing plan. And that's what he talks about. But some of the key points that he talked about was the first part of the stream. He said mediocrity is a coat. There's a coat going on.
Oh yeah.
I was like, yo, that was like powerful from the get-go. Another thing that he talked about is this right here. He says, you cannot get the wrong people to do the right thing. You got to get the right people to do the right thing. So when somebody's the wrong person and they're not doing the right thing, don't get mad. It's not you. It's them. Like the MG1, if you properly prepare yourself, educate yourself through the streams, and your mentors learn from your mentors and your coaches, and then you're taking somebody through the process, and you notice it's like pulling teeth. It's not you. I promise you that. It's not you. I had to struggle with that for the longest. Even sometimes it was, but when I did it right, it's just like when the person don't show up for a meeting. And I'm looking like, what did I do? But I built it. We laughed and built trust in the beginning at the MG1 and just don't show up for the MG2. And don't even return your taxes.
Yeah.
That was like, what? But you want to know something? Listen to the stream because it is a motivational stream. Listen to the stream. One thing you have to understand, I would rather for somebody to quit on me early than quit on me after launch.
Wow.
You waste a lot of time.
So true.
You see what I'm saying? I quit early. Quit. When I say hi, you're like, nah, that's not for me. Quit now. Don't let me waste my time. I don't want to waste weeks and you're a loser. I wish, who said it before? It was like, I wish losers were written on somebody's forehead, or winners, when you post something, you're like, nah, that's a loser. That's the winner. I want him. I just wish it was that easy, right? Also remember, this business, it is a numbers game, of course. You're looking for the cream of the crop. That's one thing you have to understand. He also talked about, Yes, Lord. He said, and the stream tag on the stream, on the cover story of the stream, it says, well, he also said it. He says, failure is the training ground for confidence.
Yes.
What?
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by that? What? You have to fail.
Mhm.
I know I'm a little put together, this and that. But the thing is, I failed a lot.
Mhm.
I was in the training ground, putting in that work. I failed a lot. I'm happy that I failed a lot, because if I didn't, simple things will throw me off. He also talked about in the training ground, the people that train the most and fail the most, they bleed less in battle.
Mm.
I was like, what do you mean by that? And, I had to rewind it.
Yeah.
What you said?
It's a big one.
This is the thing. Give me an example on it. If I put the proper training in, right, to understand how to handle objections and how to handle obstacles and this and that. When somebody tell me something, I know how to respond to it. I understand that I'm the buyer, you're the seller. I understand all that, right? So when I'm going through when I'm on the battlefield, you say something that, if a newbie, they'd be like, oh, I don't know what to say to this.
Yeah.
But when you say something, sure, okay, I understand why you would think that way. And it doesn't faze me. You get what I'm saying? If my mom tells me, no, you shouldn't do this, it's a pyramid scheme, this and that, it doesn't faze me.
Mm.
I don't bleed. It hurts. Okay, yeah, let's move on. It's fine. You'll bleed less in the battlefield. Properly educate yourself. That's the main thing. And that's what I love about his stream. If you ever get time, listen to it over and over. And that's not something that you just listen to just once. I mean, listen to it once a week, man. Once a week, kids stay on it. Just certain ones are just core streams that you should actually stay on.
Oh yeah.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, that's the streaming.
Yes.
All right.
Awesome sauce. That was great.
Yes.
I also listened to that stream along with listening to Joe Pickey. When it comes to value propositions, that is also very helpful.
Yeah.
Oh, I was picky.
Is it not pronounced Pickey?
Oh,
Joe
peachy.
Joe
Peachy.
Pickey.
Sorry, it's cool.
It's the way it's spelled.
I got you.
So, I promise I listened to it.
It's all right.
So the next person is, we're gonna go over the book, and Celia is going to represent the book of the month.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We work to the world. Very excited to be here tonight, man. To kind of run through. It's tough to follow Aaron, guys. What? Come on, guys. I had to drink 2 more excessive something before I got back up here. I'm joking. But all is well. But yeah, just in following the same line that you talked about, but that you need to prepare yourself. Our mentors are awesome, but you need that extra. You need that education outside of your mentors. It's just so much they can talk with you over the phone via BMP or text messages, right? It's just so much that you can get there. And then there are sometimes that the Book of the Month program, what it does when you read from these different authors, some authors have a way of hitting you in a direction and a way that some other talks don't.
Yeah.
So you want to get hit properly all around, full circle hitting, so you can change this, right? So what the heck is the Book of the Month program? It's a monthly subscription program where we get, a book that was actually handpicked by our managing operating committee. Could you imagine a few group of multi-millionaires are sitting down in a room, getting a whole bunch of books organized and figure out which book, and they read all of them and figure out which book the team should read this month. Okay? And that's powerful in my opinion. All right, it's always fresh, cutting-edge books. So you're talking about fresh cutting, and because the Great Worldwide team buys so many of these books, we get it at a fantastic rate. A lot of people will be like, why do I need to go through my upline? I can just go to Amazon.com or eBay or something and pick it up. What happened is that the books are sometimes needs to be tweaked by Amway, right? Because Amway says certain things in the book can't be there, or we can't read, that certain things can't be in the book. So the author actually has to change some of his verbiage so that we can get the book and use it as our book of the month. So when you see a book that has BWW as the logo in the top right-hand corner, which sometimes happens on the left corner, that's because it has been vetted by by Amway to make sure that it meets the standards that Amway has set for education within the education assistants that are taking advantage of the platform. So in other words, honor the Great Worldwide system. Again, if we trust me, all our clients in the room who do tools orders, Trust me, we would hope you could do it yourself. I'm thinking for all our clients, trust me, if we could have found a way, I'm pretty sure we'll get there. But if your upline isn't doing that because they love to do extra work, they want to be going out getting a 6 more legs too, right? But what happened is that it's a proven methodology to make sure everybody's reading the right thing. Okay, so definitely stick, and if you want to get onto the program, talk to your growing upline, and they'll definitely get you on the program. There's no extra fee to get involved on the program. It's just the price of the book. And as I said, because the Brick Worldwide team buys so much, we usually get it at a fantastic deal that I've not seen many people can beat. Okay, so definitely leverage that advantage. Okay, definitely. All right. So who should be on the Book of the Month program? All business owners who want to grow. Period. Why do I say that? It's because our mentors, Kumar had made the point one time that a mind that currently makes $50,000 a year cannot make $500,000 a year with the same thinking. They can't. So and the thing about this business, it's a platform to create limitless income. So we can give you all the mechanics. We can give you the beautiful, well-oiled machine of Amway in product, service, and delivery. We can give you all of that. But if we, as a variable, don't update our operating system, we will never be able to fully capitalize on both entities, which is the education system and, of course, the product fulfillment side, which is Amway. Right? So to change this, that's why the majority of the core steps, I think 7 out of the 9 core steps, is all about growing us as people. If you look at it, it's amazing. Only 2, which is about volume creation and showing the plan. Everything else is pretty much, well, 6, yes, 6 of them is all about growing us. So that lets us realize that Bill Britt, when he put the system together, he realized the importance of growing this. And to grow this properly, we realize our self-image needs to improve. And that's another reason why you should get on the Book of the Month program, because as you read, you realize, first of all, you're not crazy to think the way you think. Right? That's important for me. I always think I'm crazy, right? But when you hear another leader or somebody else having the same thoughts that you're having, or the same problems you're having, and they walk you through how they've solved it, that's amazing. Like, and I'm going to talk about some examples in the Volcanic Momentum book, which is the current Book of the Month, that touches on some of those, parts in my life that I needed help with. Okay, so I'll get to that in a few, right? And the other thing too is that the same mind that created the issues that we're trying to resolve, which is money, debt, these type of challenges, health, and what have you, we cannot change those issues without changing our mind. So we need to fix it, and we need to change our mind, and that only can happen with mentorship and guidance. And the other advantages of reading is that it helps you get coaching, just as Aaron talked about, getting coaching outside of your mentors, and it improves your speech pattern. Your vocabulary improves. So I'd also challenge you guys, those who may not be doing this already, when you see a word in a book that you're reading and you're like, what is that? You don't even know how to pronounce it. Definitely thank God for this whole phone thing, on the internet. Go right away and add it to your vocabulary and understand how to use the word. Because as you increase your ability to make phenomenal ideas and great points using a strong vocabulary, it increases your credibility with the people that you speak with. Okay, so definitely you want to do that. And as I said, it increases your self-image. Okay, and Bill Britt always made this point. Your business cannot outgrow past your self-image. Period. And that is the other reason, like, it's a must. It's an absolute must on on the need to do that. Okay? And then when should we read? We should definitely read whenever you're able to give it find time in your schedule to give it quality time. So for me, I used to try to read before I go to bed. Guys, my bed, we love each other too much sometimes, and things just happen, right? Even if I try to sit up and what have you. So I have to find myself sitting in front of a table, literally sit at a table and read, right? And then sometimes that wouldn't work. I have to stand up and read. You see what I'm saying? And then, because sometimes you're just tired, right? And then I have to read out loud, because sometimes I find myself, my mind would run away sometimes, when I started to read. I don't know where it's going, guys. I don't know where my mind is going. But I find myself, when I read out loud, I'm able to actually listen to what I'm saying, and it penetrates my psyche a little bit better. So whatever works for you, find whatever works for you. And then don't be afraid to look crazy a little bit, because Kumar said you have to be a little bit crazy to build this business very well. Just a little bit, all right? Okay, all right. So now I'm going to share with you one of the passages that I read in here that from Aaron did a phenomenal job last week about it. Again, really tough to follow that. But one of the strategies, chapter 8, I think it's chapter 8, okay? He talks about how to create time. Get more done by saying no and mastering your priorities. That's the chapter. So you see it's already in my area of reading them. All right? Right? So some of the things that he said, like if we can learn to prioritize our time by saying yes to the right things and no to the wrong things, we will maximize the time we have here on this earth. We will create time by shifting priorities. Create time. Now, this is a big one, guys. This is also our candidates. We telling us this one. Come. To create time, we must stop saying to ourselves, I can't do that. I'm too busy. Own that you can't do it because it's not a priority in your life at the moment. Oh, hey, only try telling the family that. I'm joking. Definitely tell the family that. Right?
Yes.
And he says busyness is a facade for fear, avoidance, and misplaced priorities.
Come on, let's see what
So, Jordan is hitting us hard in this book.
Yes.
If you're not on Book of the Month program or you don't have this book yet, definitely speak to your growing up line and get it as soon as possible, because it really, this is the year we repeat that, right?
Yes.
This is the year we repeat that.
Yes.
So volcanic momentum is what is absolutely necessary for us to go to the next level.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the book that literally concisely tells you exactly how the so you can get it done. That's in English, right? Okay. Back to you.
Awesome stuff. That part, I was like, oh, I was getting so much like that journal when I was in Hawaii. I was like, I need to find more paper. I don't have enough pages for my notes for this, because I was just like, dang. Oh.
Yes.
Why is he talking to me right now? So I felt the same way. I really enjoyed that book. Hope to have it finished by the end of the week for sure, but too good.
Too good.
So the next person, the king of networking on LinkedIn, his name is Rodney. The system, specifically the 90-day core run. Welcome, Rodney.
Hey all, good afternoon. Hopefully y'all can see me. Trying to get away from that glare that's coming in. Again, it's really, really tough to go after Aaron and Sile. Product vibes by Roderick, but I'm gonna rock the system today. And like Julia Rose said, I'll be talking about the 90-day core run. So like Aaron says, let's get that work, right? So the first thing I want to do is actually talk about what is the 90-day core run. So I'm gonna share my screen for a little bit. Y'all let me know if y'all can see that screen right there.
Yes.
I got the eagle going, you know it.
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna pull up this document here and only focus on the area that's highlighted in red, right? Of course, this is the phases in the business, post-launch phases in the business. And to basically narrow down what the 90-day core run is, it's that you're doing everything in phase B, along with sharing your story on a daily basis or dropping your message, and also communicating with your coach on a daily basis through sending them a BMP about your daily activity and also how to play huddle. So I want to talk a little bit about first doing all of phase B, right? So in order to get to phase B or to complete phase B, you have to be doing the process yourself. Now, this is just kind of like a guideline, a PDOT guideline, or like a BWW guideline, rather, of what you should be doing in the 90-day core run. So the first thing is you want to be proficient in doing the process yourself. So a good example of that is me doing my own meetings. I can't call Sile or Kenneth or Kampa and Nadia and say, hey, come and do this MG for me, right? That's ludicrous. The only time that'll happen if it's actually maybe a distant person and it's in their city or local to them, right? So you have to be doing the process yourself. That means you have fully mastered the process. You've studied the streams and the audios. You've taken somebody through from DTM all the way to offer call, right? So doing the process yourself. Also, you want to be proficient in doing your daily habits. And these daily habits includes what Aaron covered in the streaming and also what Sile covered in reading, right? Reading for at least 15 minutes a day, listening to at least one talk a day. Honestly, by the time you get to the 90-day core run, you should be doing maybe 2 streams a day, right? Just making it, that's what I personally do. I make it a little tougher on myself. I'm like, get 2 streams in. Why not? You're not doing anything else, right? Right after hours, just get the streams in, right? I used to listen to a lot of music and I could listen to music for hours, right? So I can't listen to 2 30-minute streams. Come on, probably not serious, right? So definitely get at minimum 1 stream in your daily habits. Also, with your weekly habits, that's attending your associations. Um, that could be, this is one of our associations, which is Pace. Also, your bi-weekly or weekly seminars, info sessions that happen in your local city. So you definitely want to plug into those as well. Your monthly habits, right? Doing your core volume, etc., and your yearly habits, which is attending all functions. So basically, you're already in the zone attending all functions, and you are a part of that 100% club. Kind of what Celia had mentioned it a little bit. The 6 that grows you, and also the 3 that gets you the volume, and the well, 2 that gets you the volume, and 1 that also gets you to grow your business, which is getting people or getting candidates in the process. So you're doing all of that and you're sharing your story on a daily basis. So guys, you want to listen to Bill Hawkins, right? Bill Hawkins is the master, I want to say, at this whole share my story DTM thing. The way he dissected it, oh man, I'm going into streaming. I don't want to go into streaming. Listen to that stream because that's one of the audios you definitely want to study to get your story right and also to be out there with confidence sharing your story, right? So the first thing, the foundation of this is getting your story right. Then your story should already be right by this time because you're actually applying it. The reason that you're sending out the BMP on a daily basis is that you're getting tweaks on that story, right? For instance, I'll send out a BMP. Canada will ask me certain questions. Okay, what was his response at this point? Like, how exactly did you come back from that, or what would you correct? So the 90-day core run kind of lets you not only build a confidence, but also tweak a little bit so that you could make progress. So that's why sending the communication to your upline is very, very important. And also how to play huddle with them, right? The 90-day core run, one of the most important things I got from it is that change in thought process, right? You really have the mindset about the business at this point, right? You're not guessing about the business. You absolutely know that this is the right business and you're out there making it happen, right? And I love what Kumar said. It's just 50 seconds that's stopping us from achieving our goals, right? It's that little 5 seconds of you making an interruption on a daily basis that is actually stopping you from talking to people, right? Because in the 90-day core run, like I said, you have to do your DTM on a daily basis, but you have to be out there actually doing this on a daily basis. Like, you don't want to mess up on that part. I'm actually gonna let y'all see my face again, so I'm gonna stop sharing. Okay, cool. Like I said, huddle, play huddle. is one of the foundations of the 90-day core run, because you want to get massive results in phase C. So basically, the 90-day core run is a build-up to get to that point. Because by the time as you're in phase C, you're getting predictable results. You know that, okay, you're launching 1 to 2 partners every month. So the 90-day core run is the foundation of doing that, right? I'm going to talk a little bit about, some of my experiences in the field and with the 90-day core run. Things are going to happen while you're out there sharing your story, right? I'll give you a funny story. So I was out there, but this is when I first started my 90-day core run. And I'm saying hi to a guy, hey, how's it going? And he was like, what's it to you? I was like, oh,
What?
it's hurt, right? I'm like, right? I'm just being a nice guy out there. So not everybody's going to want to talk to you, right? So at that point, I had to realize, okay, just keep moving. It's more people out there. Just as Aaron said, it's not me, it's him. Right? It's him. So keep moving on to if something like that happens, negative is always going to creep up on you. So the 90-day core run actually lets you dilute that negative and ups that positive mentality, right? So when I'm walking out now in the field, I'm like, you guys know RoboCop, with the armor and the shield and everything,
Yeah.
right? It's like I'm really shielded, I'm guarded, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm out there making it happen, and I'm dropping my message regardless of what happens, right? So that's one of the main things that I got out of it, is that, in order to move on, you have to get to that phase of creating conversations. And not only creating conversations, but sometimes you want to create interruptions as well. Like, for instance, I saw a guy with headphones on, right? And I just started waving at him to get him to take the headphones out. So you come up with your creative ways to interrupt people, right? Because I'm like, I'm not starting this 90-day core run over. So I have to drop the message. Let me talk to this guy.
Right.
So it's a build up, right? Everything you're doing from your launch phase all the way up to phase B is that build up to get to that 90-day core run. What I'm finding personally as I wrap up is, like I said, I feel invincible out there. Like, nobody can stop me. Who was that masked man, right?
Right.
And it's the fact that the results are coming. The results might not be immediate, but they will come.
That's right.
And the point of the 90-day core run is not to get results, it's to build that confidence, like Trevor Baker said. So once you have that confidence set in place, you're going to be unstoppable. You're going to be out there dropping your message, whether it's in person, whether it's LinkedIn. I leverage all streams of connections, right? If I'm out there in a line at lunch, I'm striking up a conversation, right? When I come home from work, I'm on LinkedIn striking up a conversation. Going out again, making more conversations. In Walmart, late at night, sending BMPs at crazy hours just to get my message out, and so that my mentors know that, hey, this is what I did on this particular day. So going throughout the day, I also kind of break it up. What I mean by break it up, when I'm in the car, I'm listening to the audio. So for instance, as soon as I stop, I get some nugget from that audio and I text it to myself so that I can use that in my BMP, right? Or when I'm reading, I also draft up a line or a takeaway from the reading, and I draft that up, text that to myself so that I can also be in the BMP, right? And then when I have a conversation, I go to that particular conversation that I want tweaking or help on, and then I send that up and I said, this is what he said, this is what I said, this is what he said, this is how I responded, right? So, and I don't always just send the best conversations. Sometimes I send the ones that I kind of had trouble with or got kind of stuck with, because like I said, the 90-day core run is all about tweaking and getting feedback from your mentors and the huddle play huddle. So if everything is going good, then your mentors are going to be like, everything is good. You don't need this response back. So send some of the ones that didn't go so good as well. Definitely, you want to be as transparent as possible so that you can get help, right? That's the purpose of Play Huddle, is to get that help. So I think I'm out of time. So get out there.
Well, Rod, can you open the floor to the other 90-day core runners so that we could, share with the entire group, the benefits and solutions, results, all of that.
Absolutely. So that's kind of some of the stuff I got from the 90-day core run. I could go on and on, but like Kenneth said, we want to hear from some of the other 90-day core runners, if that's a term, right? See what they're getting out of their 90-day core run, and what experiences they had so far. So I'll open it up to anybody else. 90-day core run.
Yeah.
Awesome. I can go real quick. I know we're short on time, so I'll just go real quick. So Jonathan Smith, hey everybody. I'm up here in Virginia, and I've been doing a 90-day core run with Kenneth, and he's been helping me adjust and help me get better results in my 90-day core run. In which a sense, and what Ronnie said basically is perfectly what the 90-day core run is. It's all about, like Aaron said, helping you train on that battleground of failure so you can build up yourself and build up your confidence. So when you go out, you can consistently, like, nothing will phase you. Like Rodney gave the example of somebody's like, what is it to you? Like, he wasn't like, now somebody comes, he's like, oh, it's cool. Just want to see how you're doing. Peace, whatever. Keep moving, whatever. And so I can say for a fact that being up here, I've definitely, I haven't had it somebody vaguely say it like that because a lot of people intimidated by me. I don't know, but anyway. But one thing for sure during the 90-day core run that I've learned is that if you don't drop a message, or if like you do, you try to drop a message but that person isn't interested. Even if you talk to 5-6 people. Or whatever, it's okay. Like, I've restarted my 90-day core run probably about 4 or 5 times now. And I'm talking about like from 20 days in, 15 days in, whatever, I had to restart. And one thing that somebody at our open meeting said, it's okay, run it back. Like, just keep going. And so even if you have to restart, it's not saying that you're not, oh, I restarted, so I'm not, accountable, whatever. No, it's like, things happen. Sometimes you may not, sometimes it happens. You can't beat yourself up on it. You just got to keep moving. And that's really what the 90-day core run is trying to teach everybody, is that you're in, when you constantly do something, keep going, something happens, a mishap happens, how are you going to react to it? Are you going to beat yourself up and say, oh, I didn't do this, blah, 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 or you're going to keep moving and just find somebody else who is looking, So, so like with a 90-day core run, regardless of what happens, just keep at it, keep moving forward, and just keep pushing on. So that's pretty much it for me.
Woo, woo. Woo, woo.
Awesome. Anthony Carroll. Anthony Carroll, or Julia Rose.
Julie.
Just my short tidbit of my experience with the 90-day core run. It's a lot. But like everyone's been saying, it's once you keep going at it, your confidence does get better. For me personally, I was also telling Kenneth and Rodney and them last night during our huddle. It's definitely big on your personal development. And as much as I want to be fast at it, I know I'm not as quick as I want to be. So I do have those moments of beating myself up because I'm not where I want to be just yet. So gladly I have everyone here as my mentors to be like, you're doing great, you're doing for a person that hasn't even been here for a year, you're doing really great.
That's right.
So I was just like, okay, I have to keep listening, and one day I'll believe you guys. So yeah, I'm just the mentality of just keeping going because at the end of the day, I have to think about what am I here for? Why am I doing this? Mainly just to hit my goals because I don't know what job or other opportunity will give me this and work. So that's why I'm on a 90-day core run, and I hope that encourages you to go into the 90-day core run, your 30-day core run, or just at least keep talking to your mentors on doing more. If anyone else has any other tidbits for the 90-day core run?
Yeah, I would say mine when I do the wrap up.
All right.
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right.
Well, wrapping it up, we're going to pass it on to our greatest people ever, the reason why we are all here. We're going to pass it on to Kanta and Nadia Kassan.
Okay. Hello everybody. My name is Kamta. Can you see me the picture wise?
No, I can't see the picture.
Okay. Why is it not showing? Oh, I know. I have it blocked. Okay, there you go. Yeah, this new laptop allows me to do that. Okay, Kamta and Nadia, like they said last week, are traveling, so they asked me to do the wrap up. I really prefer when Kamta and Nadia do it because Kamta and Nadia are our only leaders, and there's no way I can even replace Kamta and forget about Nadia. So I always try to do my best, and I guess it is what it is. And I know we have cross lines here with us, so definitely before I go any further, is there anybody else who has not spoken who would like to just say a quick hi or a quick comment? Is there anybody? Because I know sometimes you come to the PACE meeting and you don't get a chance to say anything. So is there anybody else who wants to say anything? Under 2 hours? Any cross lines, anybody? Any announcements that we may not be privy to?
But it doesn't have to be related to that. Anything you want to say?
Okay. Well, we hope that you're finding these meetings. We hope you're finding these meetings useful, because as we're bringing on new candidates, we tell them. Okay, we tell the new candidates. I do this all week long. That we just don't have meetings for meeting's sakes. Okay, your time is very precious. And so when you go to a meeting, hopefully you feel better when you leave and you have something you can apply to your business. Okay, and these PACE meetings, in my opinion, are very, very powerful if you listen carefully and take the proper notes. And so the first person I want to thank is somebody who is behind the scenes and has made this very seamless, and that's Jonathan. He has been handling the audio and the video. Everybody give him a hand. And I think I'm going to talk to Kamta and Nadia and tell them, look, we just need to have a permanent host, and let's just make Julia Rose the permanent host. The hostess is the mostest. You guys give her a hand.
Awesome.
And I think that Roderick must have taken some rhodiola, double X, the echinacea, and everything before he started to present. It was so potent, and my experience. Last week I went to my father lives on the other side of Atlanta, Stone Mountain side, and so every week I go and visit him. And so he's older now, 90 something. and so he, you know, he has a little dementia thing going on. So his caretaker, you know, his caretaker was who's an older person too, was complaining about pains and always feeling tired. And I asked her, are you taking any multivitamins? And she says no, you know, because she doesn't know what to take. So you know, so we Andrea has some woman pack stuff here, and I'm gonna take her some samples, you know, and so she's gonna get on it, because I told her we're gonna give it a special family price. Because you see, because what we do is we don't talk features. I was talking about the benefits, the solutions, and the results, you know, Joe Peachy. Okay, and then after that, my stepmom has a cleaner, somebody who comes and cleans the house every week, and she happened to be coming when I was there. And I noticed that she was using all of these things that you can get at Walmart, the 409, and these things that have a lot of chemicals in it. Now, if it's just the ordinary person, fine, they clean once every 3 months, but she's cleaning every day, so she's been exposed to it. And I told her, listen, I could show you a quicker and safer way of cleaning, and also where you could make 10% more profit in your business. See the Joe Peachy? And she says, how? And I opened up my iPad, because I have the Amway, I have the Amway catalogs. I have the Amway catalogs on my phone and on my iPad. You can download them from Amway.com. And I just went to the LOC bundle, and I showed it to her, and I showed her the design for the environment, you know, and she says, when can I get these? I said, I'll bring you a sample next week. You see, so so definitely be on the lookout. And I learned all of that from Carol. You know, if anybody hasn't looked, go back to the previous Pace. I think it was 2 weeks ago, when Carol was talking about how she because Carol is the queen of customers. Okay, and if you want to learn how to get customers, get a customer every week. Okay, just watch what Carol did there. It's very simple, very straightforward. Talk, benefit, solution, results, give samples, boom, you finish. Okay. So your guys give Roderick a big hand, man. He did a you know, and then we have the man himself, Mr. Aaron. You know, the reason why he's the man, because he has 2 A's before they spell the rest of his name. You know, double A rating, you know. And Aaron, you did a fantastic job. You know, not just told me, yeah, give me a hand, give me a hand. Naja said a few paces ago. Naja says, I remember when Aaron could barely stand up and talk, and he would stutter and all of that, you know, and then came to say, yeah, no, we can't stop him from talking, you know. So we're seeing the strength. We're seeing the strength and the power of the BWW mentorship program. You see, and when I meet people and they're not interested in doing the business, I personally, this is my approach. I personally don't see myself inferior or superior to them. I think all human beings are equal. We just make different choices, you know. And so if they want to take another path, I wish them well, you know, because I know which path I'm on, you know. Okay. And then the book, where you guys know, I mean, she's the if books were a drug, Silly would be the drug dealer, you know. Yeah. And drug dealer know their product, okay? Right, and you guys know that you're very fortunate, you know, as Andrea says, when you're building a distant team, okay, you always need a strong person there. And Andrea always says that Sile is the strong person there. You know, you guys have an awesome leader there, okay? Yes. You know, so you guys give her a hand, You know? And then for the system, you know, Rod is I'm telling you, Camter and I talk all the time, and I say, Camter, Rod, he talks, he walks, he moves like a diamond, you know, an IBM diamond, you know. You know, you all give him a hand, man.
Absolutely.
you know, and so Rod, Anthony, Carol, Julia Rose, Jonathan, and myself are on the 90-day Quran. If you haven't done the 90-day Quran, it just means you haven't reached that phase as yet. But I would caution everybody, don't teach any part of the process that you have not done. Okay, so make sure that you go through it, whether you're a seasoned or a new IBO. Like Camta said, do not skip a step. Okay,
right.
and personally, what I have found with the 90-day Quran, you know, is I know how to contact. I mean, I knew how to contact and drop the message way before before the process. Okay, but getting in the 90-day Quran with other champions and not missing a single day within 90 days has proven and exploded my business. Okay, so you definitely want to get into it because you go through different layers and different feelings, like what Rod was saying. You know, you're unstoppable, you're out there, you're fully confident, you know what you're doing. You know, I can leave here now and within 1 hour come back with 5 numbers, quality numbers, you know, and that is not a boast. That is not a boast. I'm telling you the power of the 90-day Quran. Okay, and so definitely, you know, stretch yourself to get to the 90-day Quran. If you get to the 90-day Quran and you see, okay, it's 90 days of dropping the message, you know, and you know how to drop the message and it's not a problem, then stretch yourself to do more and to do higher quality DTMs and move those to contacts. Okay, so we have stretch goals, you know, and so I have mine and everybody else has theirs. Okay, so definitely you want to get to the 90-day Quran. It'll explode your business. Okay, so that's awesome. And has everybody seen the Kumar goal setting document?
Yes.
I think yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. So what I wanted to show you guys real quickly before we close out, because it's getting late. It's getting real late. Let me share my screen real quickly, and I want to show you. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yes.
So if you look here, if you go to, everybody should have an invitation. Everybody who's on the Passad team. If you're not on the Passad team, then your platinum would have the documents for you. Okay, so if you're on the Passad team, we have a team drive. Camter asked me directly to put this together. He doesn't want different versions of documents and different tools that have been used by different parts of the team. He wants everybody using the same thing. Okay, and you could see that this is the theme that Kumar himself is going with. That's why we have a link to his thing. Okay, so we want to have one common source of all the documents. Now, on my screen, it's going to be under my drive team support Passad team documents, but on your screen, it might be shared with me. Okay, over here, and you could see that they're basically, we try to keep it as flat as possible. Okay, we're keeping it as flat as possible, so we don't want to have 10 different you know, under pre-launch there are 10 other folders, and then in one folder it goes 10 deep. We're trying to keep it as flat as possible. So maybe you go down here, and so in each of these folders, I'm trying not to put any other folders. You know, if we are forced to, we will. Okay, and so you could see these are the different formulas folders we have. Okay, and so it's, all of them are not populated as yet. There are a lot of documents we could put there, but we're trying not to put the Amway or the BWW or the Kumar documents in here, because when Kumar updates his document and we have an old one here, then we got a version control issue. So we're trying our best to minimize that. The only ones that we have put in there are the ones that where we have changed the format, but the content is the same. Okay, so basically we're just trying to put the stuff that's unique to the Passad team, or what Camta and Naja want up there, basically. Okay, so understand that this is Camta and Naja's effort, and I'm just the secretary. Okay. All right, and so if you go under launch, for example, you're not going to see any other folders, right? And you can see how to conduct a zero-based budget. Well, that is Shauna Sahai. Okay, she came up with that document. Okay, and so you could see the zero-based worksheet here. Shauna and Nadia and I were on the phone for over an hour, and she explained her spreadsheet, and she said, "Go ahead and make it fancy." Okay, and we sent it back to her. She gave the thumbs up. So this is Sanjeev Sahai. Everybody should be using this zero-based budget, no other type. Okay, this is the only one you should be using. Okay, everybody on the Prasad team. And then the candidate customer list is just a list. It's just the list, but it's just that it has the names, and then after the names, it has the process meetings, and then after that, it says, are they married, are they this, and all of that stuff. And then what this allows us to do is that your uplines can see your list and work with you on it, and then also we can instantaneously roll up all the numbers without anybody's names in it. For Camta and Nart, you could see how many MG1s the team have had for the month. You know, they don't look at it every month, but every now and once in a while they ask me for it, and I just send it to them. Okay, and then the launch checklist. That's just an example of a Kumar document that has just been restructured. Okay, and I'm not trying to go through any document here, but I do want to point out one thing, and that is, like, I'm going into this one document, but I'm not talking about the document itself. So this is basically the same thing, right? Now, when you are copying this is a master file, so you can't change it, you can't edit it. So what you want to do is to come here to File and make a copy. And when you make a copy, go ahead and take out Copy Of, and then put your name here. You know, like if it was Aaron's, you put Aaron here, right? You know? Okay. All right, and that's the way that you do it. If you try and download it, email as and when you make that copy, then you can edit everything. All right, and if you try and download it as an Excel or PDF, you know, the formatting gets screwed up because Microsoft and Google are not on the same page. So, okay, so I just wanted to point that out. All right, so everybody's good on the drive.
Mm-hmm.
Sir.
Yes.
All right. So moving on to that. Let me stop sharing the screen. And okay, where do I stop sharing? Right here. All right. So the summer conference, by now everybody should have cleared their calendars, getting their monies together. Does anybody know the cutoff date for the early ticket? I forgot what it is.
I think it's the 12th of July.
Right. Yeah, July 11th or 12th.
Okay, yeah, and you want to get your hotel room now. And I know they have hotel rooms available, but the double beds are going to be gobbled up real quickly. So make sure you get your hotel rooms all cleared away. Okay, and cross-line buddies, you know, you might want to reach out to your upline and see if you could ride with the Prasad team down there, or whatever you guys want to do. Okay, you know, and I think that is about all it is about. It's 7 o'clock now, so we need to get into our phone teams and whatever huddles we're gonna do afterwards. So next week, Camta and Naja will be back, so we can get a proper wrap up.
No man. Okay. Come on, you did well, man.
Bye.
Oh shoot.